Hi there, Doug Stuman with IT Creations. Today we'll be taking a look at the HPE Apollo r2600 Gen10 chassis, which is part of a scale-out architecture infrastructure. It allows for greater density with server nodes housed in a shared infrastructure platform, providing the power, cooling, and storage for up to 4 individual server nodes per chassis. With infrastructure supported by the Apollo r2600 Gen10, you can quickly scale out without the associated operational costs because new chassis or server nodes can be updated and deployed with minimal effort. Let's take a look. HPE's marketing literature says you can accelerate your business with double-digit boost in performance, provide the ultimate in IT protection by running the world's most secure industry standard server, and reduce operational costs by leveraging a pay-as-you-go consumption-based model. With up to 4 dual-socket server nodes per r2600 Gen10 chassis, you would need 4 1U dual-socket systems for comparison, but that would take up twice as much rack space. You can also start out with a single r2600 chassis and a single server node, enabling you to add more server nodes to the chassis as your business grows. All of that sounds great, but let's see the hardware. The Apollo r2600 Gen10 chassis supports up to 24 hard drives up front, and that includes SATA, SAS, and up to 8 NVMe U.2 storage devices. The drives are allocated evenly between the server nodes. Server nodes supported include the nearly 1U half-width HPE ProLiant XL170r Gen10 and the nearly 2U half-width ProLiant XL190r Gen10 server nodes. By the way, the Gen 9 version of these nodes is not supported on this chassis, only Gen 10 versions and vice versa. Are you interested in the HPE Apollo r2600 Gen10 chassis or maybe one of those server nodes? Because if you are, for a limited time, you could save up to $500 off the purchase price of a system listed at $5,000 or more. Just click that link to see pricing, and when you're ready to make a purchase, just mention this video. You could also mention how informed our videos are. Oh, and that guy that presents the videos? The integrated S100i Gen10 storage controller provides basic software RAID functions for SATA drives and requires at least 1 SATA cable per node. For implementations using SAS or NVMe, you will need other controllers and cables. On the back of the system, you'll notice dual power supply units, and depending on what blades are used and how they are configured, there are several options to power the system. Right in front of the PSU on the bottom, you can install an RCM or rack consolidation module to daisy chain a few of these chassis together for ease of management. The server nodes are basically blades and support the processing, memory, plus networking and external storage connections through integrated PCIe slots. The ProLiant XL190r Gen10 we don't have here today also supports a maximum of 2 high-performance computational or graphics accelerators from NVIDIA. Telltale lights on the drive trays provide status information for a number of things, like when it's rebuilding a RAID, the drive is not configured, or it's telling you not to remove it. That last part is especially important for those optional NVMe U.2 drives. A rack consolidation module, or RCM, also optional, aggregates ILO modules across server nodes by daisy chaining them together for centralized management of assets over a standard browser. The RCM module then connects to the top of the rack management switch. However, with this configuration, you are limited to 1 gigabit Ethernet network speeds. The XL170r Gen10 comes with a standard ILO license, but it can be upgraded to Premium or to the Advanced Premium Security Edition, both of which provide additional functionality. Both the HPE ProLiant XL190r Gen10 server node and the XL170r Gen10 we have here today have the same motherboard and can support 1 or 2 Intel Xeon scalable processors ranging between 85 to 105 watts of power. With the density this platform offers, I can imagine staying within the thermal guidelines is pretty important. You can install up to 20 Apollo r2600 chassis in a single enclosure. That's up to 80 individual servers and 160 processors per rack using 4 fully outfitted XL170r Gen10 server nodes in each chassis. The ProLiant XL170r Gen10 server node really gets a boost in performance from Intel's Xeon Scalable line of processors in comparison to the older version we reviewed a while back. At 85 to 105 watts TDP, that will get you a processor or 2 from the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum families ranging from 4 to 26 cores and 1.7 to 3.6 gigahertz. You won't need the Xeon processors with the M suffix because total memory capacity is 1.5 terabytes. You can use the standard Xeons that support 768 gigabytes each. However, you can take advantage of the Intel Xeon Fabric processors like the Gold 6126, 6130, and 6138 Fabric CPUs with an integrated OmniPath connector right on the CPU. The Fabric CPUs connect directly to an OmniPath network connection controller for super fast network communications up to 100 gigabit Ethernet. Only DDR4 memory modules are supported, including registered and load-reduced memory modules. Memory will run at up to 2666 megahertz, but only with processors that support that speed. Some of the bronze processors only support 2133 MHz, while some of the silver scalable CPUs may restrict your memory speed to 2400 MHz. There are a total of 2 PCI slots that can be used for network communications on the XL170r Gen10, or you can go with a flexible LOM plus a x16 PCIe slot. A dedicated onboard PCIe slot can be used for an optional dual SATA M.2 riser. The extra M.2 drives are recognized by the server node as drives 7 and 8, given the chassis allocates drives 1 through 6. With dual M.2 storage sticks, you can support an OS and mirror mode for redundancy, preserving the upfront storage. There's also a micro SD card slot for a hypervisor, or the additional storage can be used for disk images and/or program updates by the integrated Lights Out module. Higher density is driving the demand for shared infrastructure platforms, which provide a quicker return on your investment, plus reducing hardware and management complexity. HPE's Apollo r2600 Gen10 chassis is an excellent choice if you're looking for a modular and adaptable shared infrastructure platform. With a choice of 2 dual Intel Xeon scalable processor platforms, you have the ability to mix and match different workloads in the same chassis. We hope you enjoyed our short review of the HPE Apollo r2600 chassis and ProLiant XL170 Gen10 server node. If you have any questions on this platform or any other, just leave them in the comments section below. I've also placed a few links in the description for pricing and specifications. IT Creations has this server and up to 7,000 others in stock at any given time. If you're looking to expand your infrastructure, try IT Creations. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'm Doug Stuman with IT Creations, and thanks for watching.